and the Burmans. It is an encouraging sign to see that, while the ancestors of the Rohingyas of Bandarban and Cox's Bazar, the Kekmas of Chittagong Hill Tracts and the Rohingyas of southern Chittagong were originally from Arakan, took shelter in Chittagong and Chittagong Hill Tracts throughout this period. In Bangladesh, they are not being seen by Bangladeshis as foreigners from Arakan. It is evident that after the independence of Bangladesh, these non-Bengalis together with the Bengalis are now being identified on their territorial identity as being the Bangladeshis. The Bangladeshi Rohingyas in southern Chittagong, who migrated before 1971, are also being considered as Bangladeshis. Justifiably, in the democratic Bangladesh, no one should question the birthright of citizenship of the Kekmas, the Mes and the other smaller tribals and the Bangladeshi Rohingyas. In Arakan, however, even after 1 million Rohingya people left Arakan, who now live in deplorable condition in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Malaysia, Japan, Thailand, and in the Gulf states, these ultranationalists continue to justify that Rohingyas are not Burmese citizens. It appears that the problem in Arakan is deep enough to go away sooner. This is evident from what Yu King saw, a typical Arakan xenophobe, had to say. As a born Arakan Siam as a Arakan author is obliged to write the true story of the so-called Rohingyas. 25, it denied the Rohingya rights by saying the so-called Rohingya today. Arakan's true history refers to an exclusionist history that Arakan belongs to the Rohingyas only and wish Rohingyas should be sent to Bangladesh. Reacting to the Burmese policy of extermination of the Rohingyas, Saeed Khan wrote, "People have migrated for work or love or whatever reason during the entire history of mankind. If we go by the logic that Rohingya people have roots in Chittagong, they should all be thrown out of present-day Burma/Myanmar, and by that logic every person of non-Aboriginal root should be thrown out of Australia. And every person with non-Native American root should be thrown out of America. Everyone with roots in West Bengal and Bangladesh should be thrown out, and everyone with roots in East Bengal should be thrown out of West Bengal/India. And if we keep on going like this, we will reach a point where everyone should be thrown out of everywhere, as according to science and genetics there is no so-called pure race. According to science, everyone in the present world has roots in a group of people out of Africa. So should we all go back to Africa? 27. In sending everybody to Africa? The only problem is that ever since human races left Africa, half of Africa dried up to become the uninhabitable Sahara Desert. In the meantime, Burmese invasion of Arakan on the Rohingya people continues, and they escape persecution by land and by sea by boat, risking their lives. Those who survive live in refugee camps as Burma's stateless refugee people. In the above article, a review of the historical documents on the Arakan of the tribes of Chittagong Hill Tracts show that all the major tribes of Chittagong Hill Tracts, especially the Kekma of northern Chittagong Hill Tracts, Marma of Bandarban, and the Rohingyas of Cox's Bazar and the Rohingyas settled in southern Chittagong, were originally migrants from Arakan of Burma. The latter one, the Rohingyas, are the most recent migrants, and the Rohingyas migrated as late as during the British period. After the Liberation War of Bangladesh, the tribals staged armed rebellion against Bangladesh, claiming them as being the Aboriginal people. On this ground they even wanted the independence of Chittagong Hill Tracts. In this conflict the tribals armed by India, the total number of people, both tribals and Bengalis, that lost their lives were 1,677. Among them 1,329 were Bengalis. Artifacts found in the given names of Chittagong Hill Tracts show Bengalis have been in Chittagong Hill Tracts from prehistoric times. The new Bengali settlers in the hill tracts, however, were people mostly from northern and southwestern Bangladesh who lost land due to river erosion or from the gradual desertification in those regions, and according to the most recent Bangladesh census the population of Chittagong Hill Tracts is 45% Muslim Bengali and the rest comprised 55%. Bangladesh Constitution rightfully accepts the tribals as the citizens of Bangladesh. However, there is a growing concern that Hasina government giving the tribals the aboriginal status and therefore special status over the Bengalis is denying the rights of Bengalis in the land of their birth. In contrast, it is true, India the brokered between the tribals and the Hasina government itself to stop the fear of separation itself settles non-Kashmiris in its occupied Kashmir. Many in Bangladesh fear that Bengali rebellion and the move by Hasina against its Bengali population will help the acceleration of the tribal separatist movement that originally began from the time of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. See for more details on the hill tracks. Thanks Anuman Shofi.